Tesla's official announcement of the Model 2 took the market by surprise and generated a great deal of buzz in the global automotive sector. Elon Musk, ever the visionary, promises to deliver a compact and affordable electric vehicle, something that has been considered the holy grail of electric mobility for years. The idea of launching a car for less than $30,000 in the United States, especially with the promise of incentives that would bring that price down to around $22,500, seems almost too bold to be real. But coming from Tesla, we've learned to expect the unexpected. Local production in the U.S. isn't just a logistical choice. It's a strategic move that positions Tesla to compete with Asian vehicles without facing the heavy import tariffs that often make those models less viable in the U.S. market. By investing in national production, the company also reinforces its image as an American brand committed to the local economy, generating jobs and ensuring greater control over the quality of its products. Another great advantage of the Model 2 is its optimized energy consumption and simplified maintenance. Unlike combustion vehicles, electric vehicles have far fewer moving parts, which drastically reduces repair and overhaul costs. This makes the car even more attractive to the middle class, especially those looking for a reliable, economical, and modern means of transport for everyday life in big cities. A range of between 300 and 350 miles places the Model 2 comfortably among the best entry-level electric cars available, making it practical not only for urban use, but also for short intercity trips. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles in just 5.2 seconds shows that, despite being economical, the Model 2 still delivers performance worthy of the Tesla brand, which has always valued combining energy efficiency and fun drivability. But perhaps the project's greatest innovation lies outside the hood, the new modular production process called Unbox. This methodology proposes the simultaneous manufacture of different parts of the vehicle, which are then joined together more quickly and precisely. This not only cuts costs, but also speeds up assembly time, a crucial benefit in an industry where time is money and efficiency is everything. Tesla aims to build more cars in less time, without compromising on quality. This modular structure also facilitates continuous improvements, with component updates performed independently, something that could revolutionize the way we think about automotive upgrades. Another innovative element is the flexible subscription model. Tesla understands that many consumers, especially younger ones, prefer to pay for usage rather than ownership. The monthly subscription cleverly meets this demand. This reduces the barrier to entry for new customers and creates a new relationship between consumers and technology based on access and convenience, a model aligned with modern consumer behavior. With this, the Tesla Model 2 becomes much more than a car. It is a lifestyle product, a service, a platform for those who want mobility without the headaches of traditional ownership. This format could also become a recurring source of revenue for Tesla, as monthly subscriptions guarantee constant and predictable cash flow, which is excellent for investors. Speaking of technology, using LFP batteries at the beginning is a strategic choice. They are cheaper, safer, and have good durability, ideal for an entry-level car. And over time, 4680 cells can take performance to a new level. These cells have a higher energy density, which could allow for lighter vehicles with greater autonomy and even better performance. This is a considerable qualitative leap. Another key point is the adoption of 48V internal electrical systems, replacing the traditional 12V ones. This increases efficiency and reduces the use of copper, an expensive and heavy material. Together, these improvements form a chain of efficiency that makes Model 2 a showcase of what the urban car of the future will be like: practical, accessible, up-to-date, and connected to people's real needs. And all of this comes at a time when the global electric vehicle market is heating up like never before. Chinese brands like BYD and Koreans like Hyundai are pushing ahead with affordable quality models. In this scenario, the Model 2 needs to stand out not only for its price, but also for its user experience. The modern consumer wants more than just savings. They want technology, comfort, and status. Tesla seems to understand this and is betting on a simplified, intuitive, and clean interface, with a focus on safety and usability. A car that avoids distractions and values the essentials. The Tesla operating system, already praised in other models, should also be present in the Model 2, allowing over-the-air updates and full integration with the brand's ecosystem. This turns the car into a living product, which evolves over time and receives constant improvements, something impossible in traditional combustion vehicles. Elon Musk is determined to make the Model 2 as iconic as the Model 3 was when it launched, but with a twist. This will be the first truly mainstream Tesla. If the plan works, the Model 2 could do for the electric car what the Ford Model T did last century. Take an elitist product and make it part of everyday life for millions. The democratization of the electric car can have profound implications in environmental terms, reducing CO2 emissions and noise pollution, especially in large cities. By offering an electric car for less than $25,000, including tax incentives, Tesla makes obsolete the idea that a clean vehicle needs to be expensive or out of reach for most. This creates pressure for other automakers to follow suit, reducing their prices and investing in more efficient production technologies. Furthermore, the Model 2 could accelerate the global energy transition by becoming a symbol of the economic viability of clean transportation, something that until now seemed restricted to the richest countries. The social impact cannot be ignored either. The possibility of access to a Tesla by a wider audience could change the perception of the status of electric vehicles, making them more desirable. This could create a knock-on effect: higher demand, more production, falling prices, and mass adoption. Exactly the kind of transformation Musk has always wanted to bring about. However, the challenges are still enormous. The Model 2 needs to deliver reliability, good after-sales service, predictable costs, and a frustration-free experience. The automotive market is extremely competitive, and the margin for error is small, especially when you promise so much for so little. The competition is watching closely. Any misstep will be widely exploited by rival brands who are already preparing their responses to this bold launch. Even so, Tesla has a powerful asset: its loyal, passionate, and engaged community, ready to embrace this new phase of the company with enthusiasm. The launch in June 2025 is already marked on the calendars of analysts, investors, and fans of the brand. It will be one of the most anticipated events in the sector in recent years. More than just a new car, Model 2 represents a vision of the future: a cleaner, more affordable, more efficient future, and it starts now. This is Tesla's promise: to bring the future to the streets, one garage at a time, without forgetting that innovation only makes sense when it is for everyone. If the Model 3 has already revolutionized the electric sedan segment, the Model 2 has the potential to do the same for urban compacts. It's a bold proposition, but Tesla has never been known for thinking small. It thinks on a planetary scale, and the Model 2 is an essential part of that plan. Elon Musk knows that it's not enough to have the best technology. You have to deliver it in an accessible, efficient, and emotionally appealing way. And everything indicates that the Model 2 was designed for exactly that. Now all that remains is to follow the next steps, hope for the project's success, and observe how the market will react to this true watershed. The popular electric car revolution begins with a simple, straightforward, and meaningful name: Tesla Model 2. One of the big expectations surrounding the Tesla Model 2 is how it will be received in markets outside the United States. Although initial production will be in the United States, it is almost certain that Tesla plans global versions for Europe, Latin America, and Asia. These markets have particularities that require adaptations in design, autonomy, and even pricing strategy. In countries with limited charging infrastructure, the car's autonomy can be the decisive differentiator for purchasing. Furthermore, the vehicle's compactness can perfectly meet the needs of countries with narrower streets and denser cities, such as those in Europe and parts of Asia. Tesla has already demonstrated that it knows how to adapt its models to regional demands, and with the Model 2 this can happen even more quickly, especially with production based on interchangeable modules. This Unbox process can greatly facilitate customization for different regions without compromising production scale, which would be a huge logistical and economic advantage. Speaking of economics, the macroeconomic impact of the Model 2 is also worth highlighting. If adopted on a large scale, it could significantly reduce dependence on fossil fuels, with direct impacts on oil prices. This affects entire supply chains and could profoundly alter the geopolitical balance around energy, especially among countries that depend on oil exports. At the same time, the rise of electric vehicles requires governments to move quickly to expand charging infrastructure. Without it, the user experience could be compromised. In this context, the Model 2 can be a catalyst for public policies to encourage electric mobility. leading to investments in electric stations, subsidies, and fleet replacement programs. Another important point is the impact on the insurance industry. With advanced sensors, autonomous assistance, and real-time data, the Model 2 could drastically reduce the number of accidents. This means fewer claims, lower premiums, and a transformation in the traditional car insurance model, which could migrate to a logic based on usage and driving behavior. The car will also inevitably be a data hub. Tesla will be able to understand driving habits, usage patterns, and preferences with extreme precision, enabling constant improvements. This continuous learning capacity, combined with software updates, creates a virtuous cycle of product evolution, which remains current even after years of use. For the consumer, this means that the Model 2 will not just be a car, but an ever-improving experience, as is already the case with modern smartphones. However, this data collection also raises questions about digital privacy and security, which will need to be addressed with transparency and accountability. Another factor that could influence the Model 2's success is Tesla's ability to scale production quickly. Interest will be high, and any delays could lead to disappointment. The company has historically faced production bottlenecks with previous launches. Learnings from the Model 3 and Model Y should help it avoid the same mistakes. The Texas plant, which is expected to be the main production base for the Model 2, is already being expanded to meet growing demand. Other gigafactories, such as those in Germany and Mexico, could also be involved in the future. This creates a global manufacturing ecosystem, with the possibility of manufacturing Model 2 close to key consumer markets, reducing delivery times and logistics costs. It's interesting to note that while Elon Musk has said the Model 2 won't have a steering wheel or pedals, this fully autonomous version still won't be the initial standard. Tesla will likely launch a traditional, manually driven version first, and then gradually introduce full autonomy features as legislation and technology evolve. The promise of full self-driving, FSD, is still in the refinement phase, but Tesla continues to bet heavily on this feature as a competitive differentiator. If it can offer a truly autonomous model for less than $30,000, the company could revolutionize not only the automotive market, but also the public transportation and goods delivery sectors. Imagine a future where the Model 2 operates as a shared, autonomous taxi, operating 24 hours a day, reducing the number of cars on the road, and reducing urban mobility costs. This scenario is ambitious, but technically possible, and Tesla appears to be moving in that direction with strategy and persistence. The Model 2 software will be one of the most important elements of the entire project. Usability needs to be intuitive, modern, and distraction-free, something Tesla has already improved with its minimalist interface. The absence of analog panels, the centralization of functions on the main screen, and the integration with mobile apps make the user experience more fluid and connected. Even though it's an entry-level car, the Model 2 is expected to have access to the same connectivity and entertainment features as the brand's more expensive models. This includes smart navigation, voice control, remote commands via the app, and even the ability to play games or watch videos while charging. Tesla knows that the modern car needs to be an extension of the digital lifestyle, and the Model 2 should offer exactly that, even with a focus on value for money. Visually, there is much speculation about the vehicle's final design. Elon Musk has already indicated that it will be a radical car, with a futuristic and uncomplicated appearance, as part of the simplification of production. This aesthetic should follow Tesla's philosophy of clean lines, efficient aerodynamics, and the absence of superfluous elements, something that contributes to both performance and cost. Despite this, the Model 2 will need to be visually appealing. After all, emotional appeal is still a decisive factor in choosing a car, even among economy models. Another element that can boost sales is positive word of mouth. Customers who are satisfied with the car's economy and performance can become the best promoters of the Model 2. In this sense, Tesla also relies on its organic marketing, based on community loyalty and Musk's charisma, which often turns advertisements into viral events. Over time, the Model 2 could become a cultural phenomenon, especially if it gains notoriety among influencers, content creators, and celebrities. Tesla has a history of turning products into status symbols, even among its most affordable models, and that's something its competitors are still struggling to achieve. If the plan is executed well, the Model 2 could not only lead in sales, but also cement Tesla as the benchmark brand in global electric vehicles. It is worth remembering that, unlike other automakers, Tesla does not rely on dealerships to sell its cars. Its direct-to-consumer model reduces costs and allows greater control over the purchasing experience. Tesla's vertical integration, with manufacturing, software, distribution, and service under one roof, is a hard-to-replicate advantage and one of the secrets to its success. The Model 2 launch could also accelerate investment in renewable energy and home storage, as more electric cars will require more solar chargers and Powerwall batteries. This creates a sustainable cycle in which the consumer acquires not just a car, but a complete clean energy solution for their home. Additionally, as battery prices continue to fall in the coming years, the Model 2's final cost could fall even further, making it even more competitive. The experience of driving a Tesla, even a basic model, remains unique, thanks to the instant response of the electric motor, the silence on board, and the assistance system. These details are important to those who drive every day. Comfort and a sense of control are aspects that build customer loyalty far beyond price. Tesla could also use the Model 2 to test new sales and delivery approaches, such as pop-up stores, mobile showrooms, and contactless delivery. These logistical innovations become even more important in a post-pandemic world, where convenience and agility have become basic expectations. With the Model 2, Tesla enters a new era, that of global scale, universal access, and the definitive popularization of the electric car. It will be a decisive chapter in the company's history, and perhaps in the history of mobility as a whole. The success of this project depends on precise execution, overcoming bottlenecks, and Tesla's ability to maintain its technological and brand advantage. But if anyone has shown that he can turn promises into reality, it's Elon Musk. The market is in turmoil. Tesla knows it, and it's ready to write a new chapter with the Model 2 as the protagonist. What about you? Can you imagine what it would be like to see thousands of Model 2s circulating on the streets of your city? The revolution is closer than ever, and the car that could change everything already has a set arrival date. The Tesla Model 2 represents much more than just a new car on the market. It symbolizes the realization of a long-held promise to make electric mobility accessible to all. With a bold combination of cutting-edge technology, intelligent design, efficient manufacturing, and aggressive pricing, Tesla may be poised to change the course of the global automotive industry once again. If successful, the Model 2 will not only be a commercial success but a historic milestone, comparable to the revolution caused by the Ford Model T in the early 20th century. Now, all that remains is to closely follow the next steps of this electrifying journey towards June 2025, the date on which the future of the streets could change forever. Will you be left out of this transformation? If you like this content and want to keep up with all the latest news about the Tesla Model 2, the world of electric cars, and Elon Musk's innovations, subscribe to the channel right now. Activate the bell so you don't miss any updates. And if you can, leave a like and share this video with those who are also following this silent revolution on wheels.